Hey guys, it's one of your Saturday guys, Joshua here, and this week we're talking about coming out. I haven't made a shirtless video in a very long time, but I am sweating balls because I was just outside exercising. Anyway, coming out. Okay, I came out when I was 14 and a half. It was Tuesday, 2 days before my 8th grade year ended. But I didn't go to the last 2 days of school because it wasn't, necessary. It was kind of just cleaning desks out and watching movies kind of days, but I didn't go to those 2 days. So, I came out to my mom and my sister 2 days before my 8th grade year ended. I think it was, June 19th or something like that. It was in between June 18th and 21st. One of those days. I'm not sure which. But yeah. So, I came out when I was 14 and a half, like I already said, to my mom and my sister. We were playing a game, Uno Spin, and I had tried writing letters to my mom and making a video to my mom, but I couldn't. I was too chicken to give them to her, so I ended up just spitting it out. I didn't say I'm transgender. I said I feel like a boy, and my mom said I think that's what they call transgender. So she already knew what transgender was, but she didn't know much about it. She just knew the word, and obviously she knew the definition because she got it spot on. So I didn't come out in a letter. I just said it. And then with my dad, I didn't come out to my dad. I told my mom that I wanted her to. I did not want to be the one to tell him. I didn't want to deal with his questions because I knew he'd question me, and I wasn't in a place to deal with that. So, since my dad lives 3 hours away, I had my mom call and tell him that I'm transgender. And I don't really know really much about what he thinks with it because, I don't talk to him that much. I do talk to him, sometimes, but very, very rarely, and we don't really talk about my transition. We might talk about, we'll talk about testosterone, not me taking it, but, what effects it's giving me. Most of the time, if I'm on the phone, he'll mention my voice. And, yeah. My grandparents, I wrote a note. I didn't write a note. My mom wrote a note. My mom wrote a 4-page letter, actually. A 4-page letter about me, including statistics about self-harm and suicide rates for trans people, and quotes from people who have had show hosts who have transgender people on their TV shows. She included that stuff. And then, in the beginning of the letter, it was, my birth name and female pronouns, and then by the end of the letter, it was my preferred name and male pronouns. So, that takes care of my my aunt and my uncle, my mom told them, over the phone as well. So, she told most of the people, but I wanted her to, because, I was 14 and a half. I wanted people to take me seriously, and I felt that a lot of people wouldn't if I told them, but if they knew that my mom supported me and accepted me, and, wasn't categorizing me as, a phase, I knew that they'd accept it more coming from my parent than they would from me. I mean, because, you know, when a kid tells you something, you don't always think what they're saying is true. You think it's a phase. So I had my mom tell most of the people, and then my grandparents ended up telling a good amount of people too. Like, not immediate family, but people who I will see maybe once or twice a year or every couple of years. I like family reunions and stuff. For people at school, what I did was I told on Facebook. I didn't write out a message on Facebook like a status. What I did was I wrote to everybody, all my friends, in a private message, like everybody who I knew was going to be at school with me. I wrote, like I asked them, I said, do you know what LGBT means? If they said yes, then I would say, I'm the T and the G, because I'm gay as well. So I told them, I'm transgender and gay. And a lot of them seemed okay with it, but then I ended up, all but like one person that I was friends with before I told them, I'm not friends with anymore. Which sucks. Some of them like are actually like they're okay with it, but they're acquaintances now. They're not like stupid updates. They're not my friends anymore. Like I wouldn't socialize with them for more than like 2 minutes. So, that's how I did that. And if they said no, they didn't know what it was, I explained. Because they know what lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender. They just don't know the acronym. So I told them I'm transgender and gay. And, yeah. I didn't want to make a huge Facebook message because I was not prepared. I didn't want to have... If anybody did have a negative reaction, I didn't want those negative reactions put into comments, which I knew they would be. So I was bracing myself, making sure that if anybody was to have a negative response, I would not have it out there for the public to see. It would be in a private message. And I wouldn't have to deal with that. And my teachers, what I did is I wrote a note to them. I said, my name is my preferred name. I was going by Zach at the time, so it was my name is Zach, and I am, like, I didn't tell them I was transgender. I just said, my name in your computer will be my birth name, and I put my birth name in quotes, but please refer to me as Zach and male pronouns. And it worked out pretty well for a lot of them, but then the vice principals told them to use female pronouns with my male name, which didn't make any sense. She said she didn't want to confuse the kids, which I don't know how the hell... I mean, what's more confusing, male name and male pronouns or male name and female pronouns? I think the second one is a bit more confusing. But anyway, so that's how I came out to everybody. And my video is about to run out of time, so what I'm going to do is write the advice I have for you guys in the description, because I'm not going to be able to fit this all in the video. And it's going to cut me off in like 10 seconds, so I will talk to you guys later, and look in the description box for the advice part. Alright, peace.